Week 89 of reselling, and it has been a journey to get here. Now, I'm 12 weeks into FY23, and over that last 12 weeks, I've really been tracking and working on consistently growing my business, and with small progress for the bigger wins over the longer time. And I want to take you through some of those key takeaways today, and some of the lessons and some of the learnings, because I feel like there's something here which may enable you to help grow yourself. But of course, I will say what I do in my business doesn't necessarily mean it's going to help your business grow, but I want to share with you anyway, because I do feel like there's something here we can all take away. We're going to kick off with the top 5 items that sold this week, so let's dive in. Top item number 1 for this week was this Lego Ninjago Legacy Fire Dragon Attack. Now, I believe I picked this one up for about $7.60. That was from a haul from Vinnie's, and I've actually gone ahead and been able to sell this for $99.30. After fees and postage, I've walked away with $58.08 back into my pocket, which is pretty solid. If you can find sealed Lego or brand new Lego in the thrift cheap, it's well worth it. Top item number 2 for this week was this vintage Fisher-Price Great Adventures Medieval Knights Castle playset. Now, I've sold this one before with figures. This time it was just by itself. Now, I picked this up for $1.60, I kid you not, and this is just incredible. So I've been able to sell this for $60, and they're picking it up, so there's no cost with postage. The fees on this one did bring it down a little bit, but I've walked away with $47.90. Top item number 3 for this week was this vintage Knuckleheads Jack's Mousse from the 90s. Now, if anyone remembers these were pretty cool. It was probably what the cool kids always had, I thought. Now, I got these in a bulk haul lot, and it works out to be about 76 cents for this lot. Now, I was able to sell this for $60.30, that's including postage, and I walked away with $42.68 back into my pocket. Now, top item number 4 for this week was this bundle lot of WWE and wrestling VHS. Now, I've been selling quite a lot of VHS since I got that big lot of just under 700 VHS. Now, for this one, I've been selling them as lots, right? So this lot works out to be 43 cents in terms of average cost of good. And I've been able to sell these for $58, and after fees and postage, I've walked away with $37.42. Now, these were a bit damaged, the cases, so I did sell them a bit cheaper, but I actually had this buy other things as well, so it actually works out. I actually got a bit more dollars because I got a few more savings with the postage. And then the interesting item for this week, I just thought was quite interesting because I sell a lot of books, and sometimes we always think, oh, that book isn't worth anything, or that's not going to be worth anything because it's just it's not the type of book that you think would sell. Well, here is one for you, A Guide to Ancient Greek Drama. Now, this one I would never expect to sell, but this one I actually got from a big bulk lot of books that I got for free. Someone was just getting rid of books, so I took them to learn, and that's the best way to learn, is to take things and try it. This one I did end up selling for $36, and after fees and postage, I walked away with a quick $21.84, which is just a solid. So very interesting to see those different items that I've been selling this week. And actually, how have we gone for this week? Well, week 89 has been actually a ripper. We've had a couple of public holidays this week. We had the grand final, and I think that has helped the week go well as well. So we've done a total of 66 sales this week, 48% margin. Cost of goods was $114. We've sold $1,608 worth with a profit of $781 back into my pocket. ASP was $24.37, so not super high, and the average cycle time coming in at 66 days. Here's all the items that have been selling, and for the first time in a long time, DVDs have actually brought in the most profit for this week. In terms of quantity, books are still up there with 27 books being sold, and I've sold a few other things as well, but it's been mainly DVDs and books this week. Alright, so now I want to get into the numbers, and as I said, there's been some big takeaways around me trying to grow my business in FY23, and I do share this on a regular basis, but I wanted to give a checkpoint because it's 12 weeks, almost 90 days into the new financial year, and I'm just going to flash up and show you the last 12 weeks and what that looks like. As you can see, there has been some growth, a few little dips, and then some more growth, and a few little dips, and then some more growth, but we are trending in the right direction. ASP is still a little not where I want it to be, but the profit, revenue, and sales are all trending in the right direction. And I also want to share you my eBay view, just so you have a better understanding that my sales are up in terms of revenue and also quantity sold. And I want to make sure I'm very transparent with this. So what are the key takeaways as I've been trying to grow my business over the last, I guess, 12 weeks? And I'm going to back this up with a bit more data. So hear me out. Have a listen, and of course, if you've got any questions, comments along the way, chuck them down below. So the first thing is sell more to sell more. This has been number one, and I've really changed my perspective a lot in trying to actually not focus so much on profit, but actually focus on just getting things out the door, getting that sell-through rate, and actually selling things. And it actually leans into point number 2, which is leverage the ways we can sell. And I'm not talking about cross-listing and things like that. I'm talking about the tools that eBay gives you to sell. You've got promotions, you've got coupons, you've got you can run sales, you can give offers out to your customers. Leverage these things. These things have been super key for me. I've been experimenting, testing them. I have been running different store sales each month for the new financial years, getting rid of that older stock, or trying to get people to purchase two and then save, or to save on postage, or giving out coupons to return customers or to new customers. And this has been working in my favor. As you can see, I'm up 27% in total sales over the last 12 weeks. And also in terms of quantity sold, I'm almost up 40%, this is just incredible. And all I've really been doing is focusing on getting more things out the door and trying to take a little profit on things rather than trying to take a greedy profit on things. And I've spoken about this before. Now, the third point is consistency. And consistency can be broken down into a lot of things. Actually, everything, to be honest. Listings, I'm getting things out, I'm getting them listed, making sure that they're getting listed correctly and very, very cleanly. What I mean by that is leveraging all the specifics that are required and making sure that it's a clean new listing. And also going back and trying to fix some of them up, but that I haven't actually spent as much time on. I'm rather focusing on the new items and the better items that I can actually sell quicker. The other consistency part has been around minimizing my focus on profit. As I mentioned before, just making sure that if I can actually turn $1 into $20, but I'm only profiting $3 or $4, it's actually a better turnaround because I'm getting more dollars back into my cash flow perspective, and I'm able to put that dollar back to work a lot quicker. Also been trying to focus on sell-through rate. And this comes back to the profit point, but also just trying to get things out the door. So if I am taking offers, or if I am putting offers out there, not focusing on that greed or wanting more profit, but actually just getting it out the door. And I've been finding as I've been selling more, which was the key point number one. And then the other one is finding consistent repeat buyers. I've had more repeat buyers than I've ever had right? And that has been super encouraging. It's really good to see people coming back and actually wanting to purchase more things, or they're buying two things at the same time. And that is really encouraging because you save on postage, and it just also makes your life a little bit easier when you're having to pack things and things like that. Plus, if you can build a return customer profile or a return customer group, it means you can start to sell things really quickly. Once again, building that sell-through rate, also building that sales consistency, and also enabling you to grow your revenue and your profit. That's really been the key takeaways. There has been some big wins, but there's also been some challenges. The big wins have been over the last 12 weeks, I've been experimenting and testing my ability to batch more. So doing photo days and adding more drafts. And the idea is that I want to continue to increase that so I can increase my listings per day. This is easier said than done because we all have busy lives, we've got things to do, but being able to get ahead, it actually takes you to put in a little bit more work. But it's all about working smarter and not necessarily harder. But as I progress through this, I will continue to keep you updated. At the moment, I'm struggling to get super ahead, but I've been able to do lots of batching in terms of photos. I'll do that once a week, and it enables me to probably have about 4 or 5 days worth of photo bank, but not necessarily a draft bank yet. So we've still got a little bit to go. And the other biggest win has been changing my mindset to selling and not trying to sell. When we try to sell, we're focused more on profit. We're trying to get that certain value point that we want. I'm not saying get rid of things just for cheap and nasty prices, but if you are making a nice profit on it and someone's offering it today, that money is going to do better for you today than it is in 90 days. So something to consider. Now, the challenges have been profit is actually down on an average for a week view, and I'm going to show you that very shortly. But overall, it's actually up over a whole FY compare view. So I'm going to show you my numbers right now, what the numbers actually suggest and what it all means. So here you can see on the left hand side, I've got my baseline view of what FY22 was doing for me on a sales, a profit, revenue, and ASP perspective. And then each week I've been tracking this from a difference compared to that baseline. And as you can see, sales are up, profit is down on a weekly basis, revenue is up, however, and my ASP is also down. But we're averaging about a 10% increase. Now, when I look at a weekly change on a week-on-week basis, so week 2 is compared to week 1, week 3 is compared to week 2, you can start to see that on average, sales are actually up by 4.6% on a week-on-week basis. Profit is actually up by 4.3% on a week-by-week basis. Revenue's up by almost 4%. ASP is just a little bit up. An average, we're about 3% up each week on week, which is just incredible, which is really, really good. Really, really encouraging. But, what I wanted to bring back to you guys, it's not about trying to increase things by 20%. I mean, it is, that's what we want, but it's going to take time. It's going to take consistency to get to that growth. Overall, I'm seeing some amazing growth. If I do a flat compare of FY22 of where I was at the start of my first 12 weeks of FY22 and compare that to FY23, you can see here that I'm actually up 24% in sales. I'm up 34% in revenue, and I'm up 10% in profit, and that's a gross perspective. And it's been really, really encouraging to see this. But of course, there's a lot of different numbers and little things that go on behind the scenes. And really what I've been changing, if I sum it back up to you, is it really comes down to focusing on selling rather than major profits. It also comes back to keeping the listings clean and consistent, and not so much focusing on the relists. If I can do relists and clean them up, I will do that. But getting the new stock in there has been absolutely king. And then also leveraging those sales tools or those selling tools. Those are the three big takeaways, the three big wins for this last 12 weeks. And I'm going to continue to test this out and see how far I can push it, because I want to grow. I want to grow smart, and I want to grow in a way which is keeping me to be able to attain it and not push me outside of basically jumping off a cliff. So that is my update for FY23. That is how I've been progressing for the last 12 weeks. If you've got any questions about this, please leave a comment down below. If you want to see something else or you're not too sure, do ask the question. But if you're stuck around this long, I'm going to show you some show and tell, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, team, it's Monday morning and got lots of goodies going out today. Lots of books and a bit of everything, actually. So I'll take you through it. We've got this guy. He's gone for about 17 bucks, pretty cheap. This one's a $40 Blu-ray. This one's a $15 or $10 Blu-ray. This guy's gone for about 15 bucks. Got some Lego going out for about 27. This one was just a 15-buck book. That's gone for $100. Garfield's gone for 30 over here. Time Ship's gone for about 15. Got some more Lego here going out for 33, I think it was. Lego book 15. Believe it or not, it's gone out for about 20. We've got Del Toro Quest going out for about 20 as well. That's another bundle of Commando magazines going out for 59. We've got these Knuckleheads going out for 60 bucks. We've got a pair of jeans going out for about 50. Actually, I think it was 45. And we've also got this guy, he's gone for 18. We've got this guy, he's gone for about 20. And this guy's gone for about 50. So, big range of goodies. Oh, we've also got this one. So, forget this guy, he's gone for about 27. So, not too bad. All right, team, it is Tuesday night and going through a few goodies that I'm packing up to get out for tomorrow. It's been pretty quiet, but I'm not complaining. So we've got the Never Ending Story. That's gone for 16 bucks, I think it was. This guy's gone for 16 bucks. That's Terry Pratchett. We've got Alligator 2 listed this today, and it has sold for 22. Might have been 20, actually. Got a bundle of Xbox games going out. They've gone for 26, 27. These two, Police Academy 5 and 6 VHS, listed them today. They've sold today. That went for a total of 46. This guy, Cowboy Bebop, picked it up just on Friday. Have sold that for $12. This guy's gone for 20 or 25. Dragon Ball Z disc, pretty cool. Victorian Yearbook, this one. This guy has gone out for probably closer to 30 bucks. Can't remember, to be honest, sorry. And the Flash, he's gone for about 19 bucks. Yeah, pretty happy with this. I think I've got one CD I've got to get out as well, but otherwise, not too bad. There's actually still quite a few things that people haven't paid. There's about 4 or 5 pending payments. So, anyway, I'll pack it up. So there you go. If you do want to see some of my other videos, I've got thrifting videos. I do have other deep dive videos like this. I've also got some key lessons that I did for my first $100,000 selling on eBay. Go check them out if you're interested. Appreciate you. Cheers.